bitch.
I'll give you the real thing.
Roll up gas.
What, the real thing?
What? Oh. We live. Number one podcast in this living
I'm
room.
trying to throw my guts up right now. The one podcast in KC, baby, what do you mean?
And also this living room.
I mean, he's right.
That's true.
You know, I'm just trying to be honest and shit.
I'm also being honest. You got to speak into existence, baby.
You are also being honest.
Okay.
If you claim to be the number one podcast in Kansas City, fucking come at us, cause fuck you. You ain't. All right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We hold that shit down. Episode 110. What's up?
Well, what's good, fellas? We got a guest.
We got our guest back in the
I
building.
was welcome back.
You know, a good friend
Always
of the
welcome.
show.
Always welcome.
He came in with a pistol, said he was going to be on this.
We
Said, all right.
all right, man. You could have just asked.
Came with the pistol, said 21.
21.
Pew, pew.
Pew.
Oh, shit. Came in with a 22.
Oh no, 22 Savage.
this is 22.
It's one better than
Pew,
21
pew, pew.
Savage.
It's a 22. Pew, pew, pew.
Man.
Well, what the
Man.
fuck is going on, fellas? What's up this week?
I don't know. It's always a lot of nonsense in the news.
Man, I saw that one article that I put in the topics that I thought was pretty dope. We all know who Allen Iverson is. We grew up watching, AI do his thing on the court. And
Who's that?
okay, anyway. And one thing that's always kind of synonymous with basketball players, at least from our generation, because they were still drafting kids out of high school.
I'm proud of you.
And,
You use synonymous and shit.
I've been working to pause myself and calm.
You
pronounce
use
myself.
big words properly and shit.
Say my SAT words and shit, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, a lot of basketball players from our generation went fucking broke.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Like who?
I can name a million of them.
Okay, name a million of them. Name five.
Okay, so Antoine Walker.
Who's
Yeah.
that?
Prime example.
I know
Boston
him.
Celtics.
Is that our generation?
That is our generation.
It
He used
is.
to play basketball with Paul Pierce. He was like
Okay.
the 1-2 punch with Paul Pierce. You know
Yeah.
who Paul Pierce is?
Yeah. But Paul
basically-
Pierce has money, right? He's
Paul
still
Pierce
good.
got money. He made smart investments. Antoine Walker did not.
Right, but are these basketball? Because I'm sure from any
Delonte
generation.
West. We didn't see him on World Star Hip Hop. Homeless.
But he
Right.
But he made poor life choices after basketball.
My point is,
a lot of niggas are broke, is what I'm saying.
right, but is that any different than any other generation?
But-
Because there's always, I don't know for sure, but
Well, I
would
don't-
imagine, I just passed it to you. I would imagine from Larry Bird's generation or something,
Well,
Larry Bird got a bunch of money.
I'm sure
And,
there's a lot of NBA players
There's
from the
other players
70s and
who
80s.
made similar money but made poor decisions, and
it also just depends.
nobody knows who the fuck they are and they're poor. you know?
It also just depends on the time period that you played. And like now,
Right.
Like now, they're giving out contracts like you could do 5 years in the NFL and never have to work
Bro,
again.
Tyreek Hill just got $30 million a year.
Yeah, so he got 72 guaranteed.
That's crazy.
And then-
That's a lot.
That's
But
nuts,
see,
bro.
But
And he
also,
got
it's
some
nice in
up
the
front, too.
you get 72 guaranteed, and you'll get money up front. But being in the state of Florida with no income tax, like you gain
I
all
mean,
of that.
I would imagine that is more even accounting for like inflation. That's more
but also
money than somebody would have got maybe in the 80s.
Right, but also in the 80s they weren't paying that out. I mean, they were
That's
paying,
what I'm
They were
saying.
paying out contracts for the 80s that matched the 80s. But moving into the new year, if you didn't invest your shit right and you didn't, save, because a lot of people don't do that.
Right, but there's still there's players now, I'm sure, that
are mismanaging their money. Correct. I get what you're
right,
saying.
or people
Most
that
definitely.
were in the NFL or the NBA
Yeah,
like
we'll take Trent Richardson
5 years ago
we'll
that
take
nobody even remembers their name.
Trent Richardson, for example, he was a 3rd overall pick in the NFL draft, and then soon as he got drafted, he got a big ass check, like 30-40 million, and then his family members were just spending money without him even knowing.
I mean, that's fucked up on their part, but that's still partially his fault. Like,
Most
how
definitely.
is it even possible for your
But
family members
there's-
to be spending your money?
There's
without
also
you
guys
knowing?
who get in the league, get a big check, and then they get hurt, and then they fucking spend all their money on everybody. Like Vince Young, for example. Like
hanging in the fucking cloud.
that motherfucker,
Obscurity.
like Vince Young,
You're a
like
ghost.
he was going broke and then threw a $300,000 birthday party for himself. Bro,
That's stupid.
no one needs that. like, what do you have? Like, did you have like tigers wrapped in like gold silk?
No, but I mean,
Like, what the fuck?
I don't feel sorry for anybody that does that.
No,
though.
but I'm
Like,
saying
you
people
had all that
people
money
go
and
broke. Like, it happens.
you went broke.
So, like, for
by
instance,
your own
I did see
volition.
a good deed over the weekend. UFC. I don't
Y'all
know.
just skipped over my story.
Shut up.
The fuck?
Fuck your
I'm over here
story.
trying to
Fuck
tell
your
my
story.
story
Hey,
and shit. Y'all niggas
we-
got caught up in the prologue and shit.
Hey, we
people
smoke
do
weed.
go
I'm Morgan Freeman.
We go on tangents.
People go.
All right.
See
People
this shit,
go.
Curtis?
People go broke.
We were gonna circle back, you
Shit.
motherfucker.
But
I want to circle jerk and charge up, bro.
my-
We're about to
my-
fucking charge up in jail.
My story still reverted back to what's
Yeah,
gonna
it was
happen.
relevant, you piece of shit.
Go ahead.
So,
Now
like-
you've derailed the whole thing. The podcast's over, guys.
Fuck it. So like, if
Episode
you,
111.
yeah.
I mean, if you look at like people can go broke, but if you manage your shit right and you have good investments, like in today's day and age, the contracts some people are getting. Hell, look at the NBA. You could be a bum get a 2 for $50, like $50 million. You don't have to do shit if you manage
2
your
for
shit.
20?
If you manage your money right, you never have to work.
I mean, but that's with most things,
But
I guess.
I'm saying the amount of money people are getting. Like, dude, they gave Patrick Mahomes $500 million.
And look what he did.
Look,
I mean, he's just getting even more money.
He bought part of the Royals. He bought
Yeah.
part of the soccer team. His girl's got a soccer team coming to Kansas City.
His girl is getting a soccer team.
Bro, they're building a $70 million women's soccer stadium downtown.
She bought a women's soccer team.
No, she is part of it.
owner,
But so
yeah.
the people who do the, like women's soccer was like, whoa, we're bringing one here.
Okay.
I mean, it's just when you have that much money, like
I feel like it's easier to make money when you have money. It's also
Oh,
easier
yes.
to lose money when you have a lot.
most definitely.
sure,
I
for
think
sure.
the problem with losing money when you have money,
It doesn't
is
hurt as
saying-
much
well,
if you
it's
or you're more
saying-
frivolous with
wisely.
it. Right.
It's saying yes to everyone. Like, I mean, most people when they get money, especially when you come from an area where no one has money and you made it out of your community.
If you don't manage it properly,
you
then
buy
yeah.
your mama a house, you buy your daddy a car, you
Dude.
buy your mama a car, you buy your brother.
Shaq signed his first contract and he bounced his third check.
Oh yeah, I seen that. I
Yeah.
seen that story.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
He bought a car and then he went buy his dad
Mom a
a car.
car.
And his bank was like, Shaq, you ain't.
You ain't got the money for that. He's like, oh shit. Shaq needs
What
some
are
more money.
taxes? Yeah.
What is FICA?
Shaq Diesel need to get some more money. I better call the general.
Dude, Shaq's dope.
Yeah. But I mean,
yeah,
Shaq good now.
But people like they just spend money in the wrong place.
So what the fuck about Allen Iverson?
Okay, so what I was alluding to is that we all grew up on Allen Iverson. We know the type of lifestyle that most of those basketball players were living back
Yeah.
then. Very, very very
most
frivolous.
most dev.
Reebok set him up into a contract to basically where after he won the MVP in 2001, remember when he took the 76ers to the NBA Finals and
Yeah.
lost against the Lakers,
Yeah.
Reebok gave him a deal, a lifetime deal, where they would pay him, I think it was like $800,000 a year, plus they invested basically a trust fund for him. So when he turns 55 years old, he gets $32 million.
That's good.
Okay.
I thought that was a pretty good deal. Like, I mean, in retrospect, like, yeah, he was getting paid every year.
Yeah.
And he knows that once he hits 55, aka retirement years,
Yeah.
you're set for life.
Yeah.
$32 million. Hopefully by 55, you're not fucking still going to strip clubs and buying diamond
Depends on how you
chains.
live
But,
at
you
that
know,
point, yeah.
Right. But I mean, it's all about the things you buy, and I'm being.
I was like, big up Reebok for that. That's a good deal on
and
their
that's
part. Like,
and
that was
that's
them.
how it should be. you know?
Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's
They
good. That's
basically
good.
gave the nigga just under $1 million a year.
Yeah, I mean, that's good for Allen Iverson.
I mean,
And when he
those
turns
places-
55, he's getting a huge payout.
I mean, those places normally set you up good. I mean, hell, you look at LeBron with like, what was it, Nike? Like his first deal was like 90 right out the gate. 90 million at like 18 years old?
yeah, that's crazy.
Shit.
It's
remember that
LeBron
shit.
though. I mean,
But at 18 though, I mean,
That's
you
like
don't
one of
Giving
like
90
5 people
90
over, like, 20
million to
years.
a 18-year-old.
I remember
That's
a story
dangerous.
when
look at what
LeBron.
Progressive did with Baker Mayfield. Look how
Facts.
that worked out.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody tries to jump up. Like Trevor Lawrence was in fucking Subway
Yeah,
commercials.
and Baker
like, a
Mayfield
month
couldn't
into
handle
being
that shit.
drafted. Yeah.
Yep. That's how it is. That's how it always is.
I mean,
they bet on him.
And I mean, they bet on that. Yeah, like you're right. They do bet on that shit. Like me, I love Patrick Mahomes, but I get fucking tired of seeing all his damn commercials.
Yeah, I'm
Like
sick
every
of seeing his
commercial,
face.
like he either works at a shoe store, the bank, Hy-Vee. I'm like, all right, goddamn it, I get it. Like shit.
It's Patrick Mahomes.
But they're like, hey, you want to check? And he's like, okay,
that's. I mean,
I like money.
I'm pretty sure there's a word for it. I can't.
buddy.
Just imagine Just imagine though, if he wasn't doing this and he was having this like frivolous life, right? What is he like 26?
Yeah.
And he goes out and he has a gruesome leg break like Alex Smith, and he never plays football again.
Yeah, then he's done.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Then he'd
raking it
be
in.
fucked.
Everybody's like, Tom Brady didn't take a deal until he was like 4 or 5 years in the league. Well, that's Tom Brady. Fuck you. I'm gonna get
My thing
check.
though is
I
like
ain't mad
what
at
I,
him
He
for
waited.
getting
He
money.
waited until after he got a Super Bowl.
But
I
like
give him
I
that credit. He didn't have a bunch.
2 years. He didn't wait long.
I mean, Tom had a really great team, but also
I don't blame.
Tom didn't take a lot of dough because, I mean, your wife's a billionaire, bro. Like, you don't need to. Tom was like, I want my legacy. This bitch
Yeah.
can pay the bills.
I mean, I don't blame Patrick Mahomes or whatever for getting paid,
I don't blame anybody for getting
but
paid.
it's just fucking annoying to see him so much, and everybody is just dick riding Patrick Mahomes so hard. Like, yeah,
that's
he's
what
good.
they-
I like Patrick
That's what
Mahomes.
they do when somebody's
but just
good, though.
let him be good and don't shove him down everybody's throat.
I mean,
Because now you're making me want to not like him because
But that's
he's
what they-
fucking
okay,
That's
but
what they
but
do.
Too in my face.
but in retrospect, think about the '90s when we were kids and Michael Jordan was over everything.
That's because Michael
Nike
Jordan was the
commercials,
only good player in
McDonald's,
the 90s.
Gatorade.
Yeah, but we've seen
Jordan
this.
was not the only
We've
player
seen
in
But
the
I
this.
feel like sports in the 90s had a big reason for Michael Jordan taking off the way he did. If you look in like years past, like it wasn't as big as it. Like you can
Yeah.
buy walk-up tickets to the Super Bowl back in like the 70s.
That's
you know What
true.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like the 90s, for whatever reason, TV, cable, like fucking sports shot off, and Michael Jordan was like the best player.
That's true.
Also, you
That's
gotta.
true.
Also, I guess really, when you think about it, like you say, you can walk up and buy Super Bowl tickets. Like in the 60s, 70s, 80s, it was probably a lot harder to travel to these events. Like nowadays, it's pretty easy. You can just get on the plane and be like, "Boom, we're here."
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
back in the 70s,
You
you're like,
can smoke on an airplane
"That
in
was
the
a
'70s.
that was a
Dude,
terrible
you can
idea."
do that up in like recently. I feel like in our
I mean, I
lifetime,
think-
which is mind blowing.
At least until like the 80s and 90s.
I do remember seeing ashtrays
What was it,
on
Spirit-
airplanes
was it
back in the
Spirit
day.
Airlines?
My dad
Straight
would
up.
tell me stories about dudes like smoking on planes, and he's like, "Dude, I had to beat this motherfucker's ass because he's blowing smoke at me. Like, you can't wait 30
That's
minutes till we
hilarious.
land." Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're in a sealed.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
It's crazy, right?
You're in a
Everybody's
sealed
smoking
tube.
on a
It's not like
fucking
you could just
airplane.
crack the window.
Yeah.
Like,
Somebody crack the
Oh,
window on
we're
this
smoking
motherfucker.
now. Okay, I didn't know
Yeah.
I liked tobacco. Yeah.
if I'm on a
I
fucking
smoke
plane
weed,
and
I'll
somebody lights a cigarette, I'm lighting a blunt. Fuck.
Facts.
Like, what, they smoke Newports over
I'm not
there?
gonna lie. That used to piss me off when I was a kid. Like I hated like the smell of cigarette smoke. Like especially when I was trying to eat.
Yeah.
And you go to restaurants smoking or non-smoking, and the minute you walk in a restaurant, it smells like fucking cigarettes. I'm just like,
How did that ever make sense? Yeah, the smoking section is just over here.
Slightly
Yeah.
less smoke
the smoke still
section.
wafts over here. Like,
Yeah.
I know, like, thinking about that shit, like I be stumping my parents on shit because, like, when I was a kid, like, they didn't like me drinking pop. And I'm like, you take me to restaurants where they smoke cigarettes.
facts.
Like, come on now.
Motherfucker, you took me to Shoney's.
Right? Like, shit.
Fucking Shoney's.
Hey, dude, that breakfast buffet though.
Oh,
It
fuck
was.
yes.
Yes.
Any
It
breakfast
was
buffet
gas.
is pretty, like,
Yes.
it's hard to fuck up breakfast.
Facts.
It definitely is. That's what I said. I was like, even the worst place can get breakfast right.
Yeah. Hey, McDonald's has a sausage McGriddle
That's, I mean, you
Hey.
just
Yeah.
Bro.
burn that bitch
and a
up.
hash
Okay,
brown.
Europe.
Yeah.
The breakfast every morning, no matter where the fuck you went, Holiday Inn, I don't care. It was undercooked eggs. Egg whites come undercooked in
Yep,
Europe,
yep,
all
yep.
fucking over Europe.
What the fuck?
Hot dogs,
That's how GR be cooking.
cold beans, and coleslaw.
Is this like
That's breakfast.
like Britain, like England
No, this
area,
is,
or where?
That's Austria and Slovakia.
What the fuck?
I've
that
had
was
beans.
their
I've had
breakfast.
beans for
Cold
breakfast.
beans.
I had
Dude.
beans for breakfast before, but
I
it was
mean,
like,
my ass.
I like hot beans, like if
Yeah.
I'm doing like a Mexican style breakfast, but cold beans are
mean,
no go for
coleslaw?
me.
That's dude. That's what it was. That's
Bro,
every
maybe they just don't
breakfast.
know what shit is, and they're just like, we put all this together.
Americans. They like.
No, it's not even that. It's
Cause even watching like sometimes I'll be watching like Gordon Ramsay make eggs, and his shit just looks like soup, and I'm like,
Nah.
can we leave
nigga.
that on the fire just a little bit?
the Europeans
nigga.
just don't know food that well.
They don't know.
They
food.
went to
Wait,
war
well-
and murdered fucking indigenous people for
France-
seasonings.
France is where culinary arts was invented.
They went across.
Yes, but can you imagine
Oceans.
how much of that shit?
Are you talking
didn't
about
taste
Americans?
good?
Well, I mean, Americans did that too, but it was the
You're just
Europeans.
really good at it.
The Europeans were the
OGs?
the people who came over here and eventually became Americans, and they were doing that. The Spanish came over here,
Those things happen.
or in other places.
You're like, damn.
not just
You're like, this
you know.
tastes good. What's this? It's salt.
the
How'd you
whole
get
reason they
salt?
were in India
Yeah.
because they had seasonings.
I think I'm
Like-
just gonna kill all y'all.
Yeah, the English.
take
Well, no, they were like,
It's
well,
crazy.
we could just enslave these people and make them
Yeah.
work for us. And
You know how many people died over black pepper?
We got to get
a lot.
that curry.
A lot of people died for like cinnamon and fucking black pepper and shit.
Damn.
Salt. Salt is. I mean, you know, if you don't have a refrigerator, then salt is your fucking refrigerator.
So up until like 1940. No.
Something like that,
shit.
yeah.
Crazy.
Gotta
All
have
salt
some.
is evaporated seawater.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not all it is. Like, there's just salt in seawater. Salt is a rock, a mineral that has dissolved into the water.
When I was in Jamaica, I forgot what story this was. It was like a children's like fairy tale, but it was basically
Children's story. Once upon a time, not long ago.
And this man had like a mill that would produce anything he requested. He requested gold, requested, silk. He requested all kinds of shit, and requested salt as he was embarking on a journey. And the salt began to weigh down the ship, and the machine, the mill, is still producing salt at the beginning. At the end of the ocean is how the salt got its.
So that's why the ocean is salty.
That was a kid's story. I remember.
It's an old. It's not a kid's
That's
story
probably
necessarily.
true.
It's like an old
Folk
Jamaican
story, yeah.
It's
fairy
probably
tale
true.
or
I
folk
believe that.
story.
I can't remember the whole premise of the story.
I mean,
but that was
there's
it.
a bunch. Those are interesting. There's a whole lot of different stories that different cultures and stuff told themselves to figure out why shit is the way it is. And it's interesting.
That's how you get religion.
Yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways. I mean, or just
folklore.
yeah, any kind of cultural folklore. Like, oh, why the fuck is? Because somebody was like, "Daddy, why the water be so salty?" And then he was like, "Well, little boy,
is
let me
Jamaican
tell
accent.
you,
He's gonna get killed in
First-
Jamaica if he goes like that.
there was a man. He could cook anything, but
Oh,
then
yeah.
he want too much salt."
Now
You
he's
could be
out.
like, where you get that accent, motherfucker? That didn't sound like me.
This is how Jamaicans used to talk back in the day.
"You're dead."
Wagwan, tell me no. Why you no talk me no like that no Clismo? That's 100% accurate. I don't give a fuck what the fuck you be talking about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Whatever you say goes. Yep.
Whatever you say
Oh man.
goes.
But yeah.
Well, what?
that was pretty dope of Reebok though. Like,
I mean, that is pretty dope. I mean, I think there should be more like I said, I mean, they do set you up with financial people and
if
all
you're
those
smart,
kinds of
you
things.
take their advice.
Because I mean, you gotta look, man. Like, there's some people who've gotten banging contracts from NBA, NFL, and
Here's
Now they
what.
broke.
Here's my issue. This would be my problem. I have all this money, right? I just signed a big.
Right.
I'm a quarterback. I'm Patrick Mahomes. Signed this $500 million contract, right?
right.
I got all these millions in the bank. Who do you trust? Like, you want to go make money, you want to make investments, but you're dealing with a lot of fucking money. And
For sure.
that would be my anxiety. It's
Yeah.
just like, who do I trust to take this money?
I
and do
think-
I mean, do you see?
I think
the-
with Patrick
ahead.
Mahomes, he's in the spotlight too much for someone to try to fuck him.
Yeah, but look at Bernie Madoff.
No.
he's still
Kevin
not fucked.
Bacon was like
Us-
a star in the 90s,
Yeah.
and that dude got all his fucking money taken from him.
I'll say
But
that's
I
all the
think
more reason.
Kevin
to
Bacon lost
fuck
all his
him.
'90s money.
But I
He lost
think
a lot
Every
of it,
single
yeah.
dime from Bernie Madoff.
Yeah, a bunch
I-
of like rich people. He got, I think, like, who was it? Maybe Steven Spielberg or some shit
Yeah.
or
What the fuck
something.
is
or
Bernie
like,
Madoff? He was like a scam artist.
Well, he's dead now. Yeah, he ran a
was in-
Ponzi scheme. He
yeah.
ran a gigantic,
Yeah.
like, $1 billion Ponzi scheme, basically robbing Peter to pay Paul. And you
Yeah.
constantly do that with a whole bunch of people. So
He
people
would
think
tell
you're making
people he's investing their money like, "Oh, I got this fucking dope ass investment deal for you. You're gonna make fucking 200% on your investment. Just give." And they're like, "Oh, bet. Well, I'll give my money to you." And then he gets a bunch of people to do that, and then everybody's like, every now and again, somebody's like, "Well, hey, I want my money out," and then he uses a little bit of the money he got from you to give to this guy, but meanwhile he's not investing it in shit. He's just stacking it and spending it. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
people
Yeah.
do that. It's fucked up.
And then it got overwhelming where too many people were like, "Hey, I'd like my money," and then he didn't have the money to like give to everybody. He had to start giving excuses to people and being like, "Oh, I can't give it to you now," and blah blah, and
Yeah.
and then he got found out and
Yeah.
He went under.
Went that away.
He went to prison.
He went to prison.
Did he kill
Is it-
himself? I'm pretty sure.
Oh, is that where he killed himself in prison?
Yeah.
Did he commit suicide?
Yeah, I thought he did.
He pulled the old Jeffrey.
I mean,
Epstein?
That's
Was
a
it-
Google. It's worth a Google.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean,
It's
I'm
worth
not
the
saying
Google.
you're wrong. I'm just not sure.
Birdie
I can't see
Madoff.
Google up here.
I'll pull it up. Let's see. Bernie Madoff.
Bunch of people do that. Didn't Jeffrey Epstein kill himself?
Oh, totally.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
He totally killed himself.
They go to
100%.
prison and are just, your life's over. I'm embarrassed.
I mean, yeah, and because they felt bad for him, so they let the guards walk. Gave him some alone time.
Everyone hangs themselves in
they
prison.
turned the
Aaron
camera-
Hernandez,
They played
that one
some,
dude from Cleveland.
Aaron Hernandez killed himself in prison for real. Yeah, he really did.
That one-
Yeah,
He actually
yeah,
killed
yeah,
himself.
yeah. Come on now.
that one dude who was kidnapping them girls from Cleveland, he hung himself in prison.
I mean, people do hang
He might
themselves
have.
in prison,
He might
but
have got hung. Who
They
knows?
play like some music over the PA for him. Hello.
is it me you're looking for?
Put a
Let's
mirror in front of him.
see.
Look at yourself. You make me sick.
Where is his death? Oh no, it says
What'd he do?
Bernie Madoff. He died of natural causes at the age of 82 in Federal Medical Center, Butner, federal prison. I mean, so he's 82.
Yeah, so he did die in prison. He just
Yeah.
killed himself. I thought he killed himself. Damn. See?
He was probably celebrity jail, honestly.
Well,
What-
I guess
what
we
is
could talk
this?
about this. This is your pal Crespo.
What? Wait, I don't know that nigga.
Yeah, he sent out an ad. I think this is specifically for you. It says
What's J.O.?
charge up in JO.
Big fella, you know this dude.
You know him.
This is false advertising for one. He ain't got his crystal on.
That's true. He's got a side picture of his crystal.
That's fucked up.
That is pretty fucked up. Already a flaw in his advertising here.
Flag.
So this ad to Crespo, I believe, it says the crystal I wear around my neck contains an essence that gets recharged when I jack it with a bro who also has a crystal. It gives me confidence at work, home, and social situations, etc. Nobody knows it's a JO crystal but me and my bros.
A J.O. crystal.
Yeah,
Sir,
that's
this sounds suspect.
This guy's next ad is going to be for your voiceover of his
Yeah.
previous ad.
I have seen it glow white while jerking with a bud. That's how I know it's real. You can come over for as long as you want, but I need a picture of you, preferably wearing a crystal,
Come on.
before I waste my time.
He spelled
But
cum wrong. Like, what kind of advertisement is this?
you spelled cum wrong, number one.
Yeah.
First mistake.
Yeah.
And you're not wearing your crystal in your picture. You had to get. How do I know that you even really own that
It's a
crystal?
side picture.
Because you could have got that picture off the internet.
He could have a vagina at the bottom. I'm only in the dudes.
That's
This is
true.
messed
Yeah.
up.
What the fuck? How do I know that you don't have a vagina? That's
You can't properly charge up your crystal.
this is fucked up,
What the fuck? Imagine seeing this shit and you're like, man, this my neighbor.
right?
Or I work. Or
Is that Bob?
Or I work with that guy.
I work with Dale.
like, fuck. That's what that thing is around his neck.
That's why he's wearing that fucking white crystal. Like, hey, what's with the crystal,
You just
Bob?
go to work. You're like, that's a jack off crystal.
Why is it glowing white? Did you just get done?
Side note, what is a social situation? They're like talking to bitches or something.
What do you
Gives me
mean?
confidence.
Oh, in
Work.
social situations.
Home,
Yeah, when
social
he's got to talk to
situations.
people.
He's got to talk to other bros.
He's got that crystal, and he's like, I got this JO crystal.
I'm charged up.
Like,
I can do this.
I'm full of energy, full of vigor, and,
Oh my god,
empty balls.
this fucking guy. And then he posted on the internet.
With your
a
picture
picture.
of your face.
Yep. With no shirt on.
I mean,
That dude's never drug tested before. Any naked pig, you don't send the head. They can't hold it against you, right?
right? Hey, I guess,
I'm sure that dude somewhere, somebody's asked him the questions. It says here in your chat log, motherfucker.
you think
I've
that
just
guy
heard
does
so
drugs?
many. I've seen so many things off Craigslist just go wrong. Like I've seen people. I used to work security at a building, and I've seen like residents go sell items off of Craigslist. And this one lady, I forgot what the fuck she sold, but it was $50, and she came back in, and she's like, "Do you think this is fake?" And this bitch handed me something that if it wasn't damn near Monopoly money, and I looked at this woman, I said, it's fake. Then she looked at me like, what do I do? I was like, bitch, I don't know. Call the police.
Called 12.
That's why you
I
don't-
can't help you.
that's
I'm
why
not
you
Go
about
back
to
to
go.
school and figure out what money looks
Yeah,
like.
I was like, bitch, you don't know what a real $50 bill looks
That's
like.
why
I mean,
you
it looks
don't
so
buy
fake.
shit from strangers.
Seen people buy a car off Craigslist. It's broke down the next day. All bad.
Those things happen. You
All
shouldn't. be
Yeah, I mean, you got to be
Bro, you
buyer
wanna hear
beware.
something really embarrassing I did?
All bad. What's that?
So I wasn't going to tell anybody this because I feel like it's really stupid. But why not?
It happens.
Good story's always nice.
So I changed my oil since I was 16. This is a car reference, not my dick anymore.
Yeah.
But ever since I was 16, I changed my oil, right? And I've never done anything fucking wrong to the car because it's so simple.
Yeah.
But I got so ripped. I forgot to put the oil cap back on the car before I drove it, so oil just spilled over like my motor, and I was
just
like,
spraying out.
Dude, I was smelling gas, and I was like, God damn, I must have a leak somewhere. And I got home and popped the hood, and sure enough, yeah, I left the cap off.
Fuck. I mean, that's,
Yeah.
I've heard way worse, so that's not even that bad.
Tragic.
I mean, you didn't even
Did you
ruin your
lose-
car.
Did you lose a lot of oil? Or?
No, not at all. But I got oil everywhere. But
Yeah.
it's just one of those things that I've done it for, I don't know, since however long, 15 years. And yeah,
I mean, hey,
just that one time,
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, wow.
I heard a story of when I was in mechanic school or whatever the fuck, of this lady apparently who knew like nothing about cars, and I don't even know why you would think to do this, but she didn't know where to put gas, but she was filling up fuel in her oil, like she took her oil filler cap and was filling her engine up with fucking gas, like put the gas pump in her fucking engine and was just filling it up. I mean, I don't think anything necessarily bad happened to her, but somebody was like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? And she like filled her motor up with fuel and like, you know, it's ruined.
Right.
Or I mean, they got to take it apart and fucking rebuild the whole thing.
I mean, I've seen people put, power steering fluid in their
Right.
brake fluid. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people cause a lot of destruction in their cars.
Yeah,
Like,
if you don't know what you're doing.
this one guy told me
just
back in
ask
the,
somebody.
he said back in the day, like when there was like early 90s, when there was like Western Autos, because it was like a shop and a parts store.
Mhm.
He said this one lady came in for like 3 days. And the first day she had some oil put in her car and like one of the like gallons.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, maybe she just put a little bit, whatever, and he walked off. He said at day 3 he saw her filling her car up again. So he went out there and was like, excuse me, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And she was like, it's not full yet. And he's like,
Ma'am,
ma'am, all right,
you don't want to
stop.
see oil come brimming up out of the top of the fucking
That's what
engine.
I
Like,
said. And I was like, man,
Oh,
I know
God.
she doesn't have any great advice around her because someone would have said, hey, but
I just don't understand why
your
you
shit
would
would be so fucking
think
crazy.
to do that. Like, I don't understand that thought process, because if I don't know something, I'm gonna be like, well, I don't want to do. I better maybe look something up or ask somebody or do something before I just like
Google.
I mean, you
YouTube
probably just
something.
fill it up, right? You probably just keep going.
Like helping people with their cars and being like, sometimes I hate helping people with their car. Like especially like when I was working like down here,
The questions can be remedial.
fucking. There was this one lady.
Yes.
I remember this one lady. This is the only time I almost stone cold stunned the lady. Like she came in and fucking her shit was acting up. It was barely starting. All this other shit. And she's like, "Can you check my battery?" And I checked her battery. Mind you, it's like 8 o'clock at night. So I checked this chick's battery. Fuck, it was an older lady. Did that. Went through that. Her shit was kind of fucking needed to be charged. Whatever. So she's like, "I don't have money for a battery." Blah blah. She ended up getting money from somebody. We changed her battery. Her shit was still fucking up. So I was like, lady, you might just have your shit towed to a shop or something like that, because I didn't know.
Yeah.
Come to find out, this lady was out of gas.
Oh my god.
So, like, barely had any gas in there. So I fucking went over to the gas station, fucking got her some gas. I put like $5 in a fucking gas can. I filled her shit up. Soon as I hit the thing and closed it, she gave me the thanks and drove away.
Yeah.
And I was like, bitch,
Yeah. Come on now.
I'm about to murder this
I mean,
lady
but
today.
see, I don't know. I'm torn.
I've had some
because
ridiculous shit,
I-
man. I had this one lady come in. She had gold from head to toe, wearing brand new Nike shit, new shoes, new everything. She was dripped. Mm-hmm. I go out to her car. She's got like a fucking Scarface amount of
Cocaine?
fucking like
Cocaine?
the acid that builds up and shit, like all the
Cocaine.
white powder, cocaine, just on both terminals. And she's like,
Yeah,
my
like
shit's not.
corrosion.
She's like, my shit's barely starting. And blah. I was like, look at this shit.
Oh, the corrosion.
And like, I'm like, I can't fuck with this. And she's like, you can't just clean it off. And I'm like, bitch, take your car to a shop. I was like, if you can be dripped in jewelry and fucking new clothes, you can get your car fixed.
Yeah.
That's my. I mean, I don't know. Advanced Auto Parts is, or all the auto parts stores, like the service that they offer that people kind of think that they offer, and
Yes,
that
it's misleading.
enough people do. Kind of
It's misleading.
is bullshit.
They fix your car for
Yeah,
free.
they think
No.
it's a fucking auto mechanic shop.
I just tell you
and
why your shit's fucked up.
No. Yeah, it's not.
And not even to that extent. If I can visibly like see something.
Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead. But I mean, yeah, fuck doing all that shit. You can't.
But it's just like I get it. Like I've helped people who like clearly they were down on their luck, and they're like, "Can you help me?" Boom, I helped them. They gave me $5 or something. I'm like, all right, cool. Like at least acknowledge
I never
the
got
fact.
tipped that advance.
But at least
I have a few
acknowledge
times.
acknowledge the fact like that someone took their time. Like yes, I worked there, but I took my time to go.
yeah, at
above and
least
beyond to
show
help you.
appreciation.
And
or
some people
something.
do. Some people are just
Yeah.
like, "That's your fucking job, bitch."
Yeah, but that's yeah. If you feel like you're entitled to me doing this for you, then no.
You will
you
get
got
one
to
of
install
these.
batteries there.
But that shit is easy.
No,
Like,
some cars you got to.
It depends on the car,
It
though.
depends on the car. If
But see,
something
I'll
is-
tell people no. When I worked there.
If something to where I have to take stuff off, move stuff, do things, no, I'm not doing it. Take
Yeah,
your shit.
I mean, there
somewhere
are
else.
some cars where literally the
Because-
wheel has to come off.
Like I'm
to
not.
put
We're
the
not out
battery
here auto mechanicing it. Like I don't want to fuck your shit up. Like I had one dude who was up front bitching to some people like that worked there. I was just listening, and he was driving like. Oh, what the fuck was it? It was like a newer BMW. And I was like, man, your shit's in the trunk. Like, just thinking. And he was getting mad because we wouldn't change it. And I'm like, bro, nobody wants to fuck your shit up. Like, because if you take the shit off, like, I don't know, man. Like,
yeah,
when you
like,
have-
nobody wants
if you have
to be held liable.
if you have a newer and nicer car, why are you going to rando fucking parts stores?
Yeah, just take it to the fucking dealership. You're
That's-
on the warranty.
If you have the money to buy a newer car, then
But you want to go to fucking
right.
let some auto parts.
It's like
counter
buying a
guy
brand new car
work
and then
on
you
your-
want to go to Pick and Pull to get parts for it.
What are you
Like,
doing?
No.
Like if
Dude, people buy brand new cars that don't even have the money for the fucking insurance.
yeah,
Right.
that's
Or the
true.
tags.
That's true.
Yeah, what are the
Like,
sales
what are you
tax?
doing?
Yeah. You got
You
a
know
tip
what?
tag that's fucking
Hey,
180
That
days
shit
old.
fucks me up because it's
that
like,
is some classic nigga shit.
bro,
Straight
I know,
up,
true.
I know,
I mean,
I
that's-
see that
yeah.
shit all the time.
Bro.
Tags expired about a year.
Oh, yeah.
bro, I know if my tags were expired for a year, I'd done have gotten pulled over.
Right? Like I'd be too fucking worried
I
about
know
getting
people.
pulled over.
I see people driving around. They shit say 42220 on it. I'm like,
You ain't been pulled over yet?
hold the fuck on.
Nigga, that was 2 years. Nigga, you fucked off 2 income tax checks. And you could have, nigga, you fucked off all that Biden
And they
bread.
driving a 98 Oldsmobile. Like, what the fuck? Like, bro, your shit ain't that much to get. I know
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here I got a
making bad
interesting,
decisions.
interesting video for
Why you
you
got a video of
guys.
your cousin
Holy
up?
shit.
Let's see. We'll just watch part of it. We're not gonna watch this whole fucking thing because
I'd be
it's
like,
kind of long. But
man.
we'll see if, or maybe we'll. It's only 2 minutes, but let's see if you guys think that this person is a reasonable individual. Oh wait, let's get the volume. Nope. Let me fix it.
You're dumb.
I'm fucking stupid. 1 second.
Affordable gender reassignment surgery along with hormone blockers and access to abortions. This alone is a threat to our democracy, as Justin Trudeau only says.
I think this is Canada.
It just shows that you people do not care about our children, and that these are the same people who refuse to obey the science and get fully vaccinated. It's science, people. Science. Science.
Science,
You are
people.
selfish murderers.
This nigga throwing a
I
bitch
could
fit?
die.
Hey, how
Don't
dare
you
you?
people care about my life?
Don't you care about his life?
Racist, insensitive, homophobic pigs.
Racist.
My
Turn page.
14-year-old openly gay sibling's transgender offspring also has two daddies who love them, their offspring so much. And CPS is
He almost said him.
overtime to
He almost
take their
gendered him. You
child away.
fucking
However,
piece
my
of
biggest
shit.
concern is that my sibling's offspring isn't allowed to play in the 8-year-old girls basketball league at the YMCA. This alone is showcasing the worst form of transphobia and is a threat to our democracy. My sibling's transgender offspring feels like an 8-year-old girl. Therefore, they should be able to play in the 8-year-old girls league. Imagine living in a world where a little transgender offspring isn't allowed to follow their dreams because of transphobic Trump supporters and science deniers and conspiracy theorists.
Oh,
Is this an audition for the
I still
Joker?
have nightmares every
No.
single night because
you
of
don't
the
care about his
things that
their
Donald Trump said on Twitter.
life.
Joe Biden
If you
for
walk
having the
around with
courage
spikes
and
around your neck,
decency to
I have
stand
no-
up and say that poor
Where
kids
is
are
this?
just as bright as white kids.
America for sure.
I don't know. It might be
Where's this
Canada.
from?
That's a good
Said
question.
Justin Trudeau.
Yeah,
But his shirt says Hillary.
yeah,
and
for
there's a
president. And there's
Trump- yeah,
it says Trump is a Nazi and he's
Yeah.
got a Ukraine flag.
yeah.
Is he wearing an old T-shirt?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's for Hillary for president. It's an old T-shirt, of course, because is Hillary the president?
Wait, she didn't win?
No, I don't think she won.
Oh,
Yeah, it's crazy.
According to some, Trump is actually still president.
Science!
yeah.
I don't know. I'm
evidence
not
will
sure
show.
where,
That dude's a crazy
where the fuck
person.
that is, but
So what was his fucking? He just
so apparently
He said his sibling
his
offspring, right,
yeah, his brother or his sister's kid
is
is
transgender.
trans, or his sister is fucking abusing her child and telling her child that they're a girl. She's dressing her little boy as a girl, and then also wants her little boy to be allowed to play in a basketball league or some sort of sports league with other 8-year-olds, but
Girls.
in the girls' league.
Yeah.
no. He plays in the boys. It's either the boys or you don't play.
You don't care about science.
Like the fuck? The fuck is wrong?
You're a
with people?
racist,
Good.
homophobe,
I'm cool. With
pig,
that. I'm with it.
fucking Nazi.
Fuck them.
Marcus, what's wrong with you? You don't
Marcus,
care.
Big fella.
You can. I don't want to
big
live in a
fella, big
world.
What?
Big fella.
What?
Big fella.
Huh?
It's science.
Hey, that's a point. And do you honestly, being for real this time though, do you want to live in a world where the sibling of a transgender child can't
Yes.
play in a league?
For sure.
with-
You should play.
if
in
they
the league
feel
what you
like
no.
they're look.
How does that
I
even
right
get
now
take-
feel
He
like
has
I'm an
spikes around
8-year-old
his
girl.
neck.
All right.
So you should be able to do that.
Listen.
I'm listening.
I should be able to. Okay, I feel like I'm an 8-year-old girl because I feel it. I feel it in my heart that I'm 8 and I'm a girl.
Yeah.
I should be able to play with like 8-year-old girls.
So if I say I feel like a 55-year-old man, I should get a senior discount.
Dude,
Yes.
When
What-
Dave Chappelle says he feels like a Chinese man inside,
Oh shit!
I forgot about that.
a Chinese.
I mean, like that shit is fucking crazy. I can't trust anyone who dyes half their head certain colors.
He got
Well,
the two-face
it's-
hair.
it's
This
the-
nigga got
he dyed his
suspenders
hair-
on, a two-face hair job and spikes around his neck.
So this
Whose
dude
man
is
this?
for the transgenders.
Hey, fuck you,
I don't
Ben.
know whose man
I'm
is
not a
this.
girl. Fuck you.
So he's on the side of we should let the boys play with the girls and the girls play with the boys.
What the fuck are you? You're an evil prick. There's no such thing as boys and girls. Whatever they feel like they are, they are. So
Look,
quit
I
being a
go by-
racist,
I go by-
homophobe,
I go-
transphobe.
Look, I go by the like identifying someone.
No.
If it's the police. Like,
Okay,
who
well,
was it? It
maybe
was a guy.
he goes by something maybe you haven't
What
heard of.
about
It's a little
for-
thing called science.
Oh, what about medical purposes?
Science.
Episode
Because
of Atlanta.
if a doctor asks you, "Hey, what are you?" for medical reasons, you have to tell them.
I'm an Apache helicopter.
Oh shit! I
Check
forgot.
my oil.
Oh,
It's
God.
back here.
Oh god!
That's what I am for science.
They're like, boop, oh, he's a fucking helicopter.
Oh, now I'm a girl.
So I can't comment on trans whatever,
I mean, you can say
Personally.
whatever you want.
but I can say sports are supposed to be kind of fair. And like Dave Chappelle said, like if you have a motherfucker that comes in and says like Dwana man on everybody. Like I feel like a girl, and is just fucking dunking on chicks like everywhere. Like
I mean, that would make that would make
episodes ago.
That would make the WNBA more interesting.
For sure.
If you just populated it with all dudes.
If they're gonna let them into basketball and baseball and fucking whatever other stupid shit, then they gotta let them fight.
I mean, no, but
that's
the thing. But
they don't want them to fight. They don't want a man to fight a woman. You guys want them to play baseball together? Let them fight.
But
I bet that shit will change real quick.
No, that's equal rights.
No,
I
no,
bet
it
that
won't.
shit'll
I
change
mean,
real quick.
that is what they want. Like this guy or
Sweet.
whatever the fuck.
This guy's a crazy person.
That's what he would say. Yes, if
Until he
a
gets his
trans
fucking
woman
face beat.
is a woman, she should be able to fight
She gonna get fucked
against a woman.
up. A what? Oh yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. There wouldn't be any trans men like woman to female going into male sports and dominating. Come on now, we all know that's not going to be the case.
I will say, like he could have gone about it a different way because he obviously wrote what he was going to say. So did he have like science like written out on
big bold?
Like be sure to scream like real loud, you know.
Underline.
That's a good point.
Underline.
Just
got like
got your point across. Yeah,
18 exclamation points.
Almost them.
I mean, his hair is painted like the Ukraine flag colors, and he's got like the Ukraine flag thing in the background. And so
Has he been to the Ukraine?
No, this is a person who just jumps on whatever the current kind of thing is. He knew absolutely nothing about Ukraine a month ago.
Okay.
And now all of a sudden, Ukraine is the most important democracy in all of our land.
Shit.
You know, but still knows nothing about Ukraine.
Okay.
But thinks painting his head the Ukraine flag colors.
He'll get fucked up over there in the Ukraine. They don't play that shit.
Right.
This dude's a crazy
Ukrainians
person.
don't fuck around.
There was a bunch of, or not, I mean, I don't know about a bunch, but there was a few cases in Ukraine because since they're at war, any male, you're not allowed to leave. Like, nigga, this is war. Like, we can't have our males leaving the country. We need bodies to fight.
Man,
so, but there was trans people, male to female, being like, oh, I'm a woman. I need to leave. I'm a woman. And they're like, no, you're staying.
A nigga now.
Yeah.
Bring that ass back.
Then there was the other way around. There was trans men, female to male, that were like, oh,
I'm a woman.
Only you say men can't leave? Oh, well, I guess I'm a lady now. Let me go to get up out of here.
I'd be like, nah.
Right.
You
look like a sniper.
You got what you asked for. You wanted this. Now go over there and piece that
that's what I'm
up.
saying. Nobody understands what equality nobody really wants equality. Like you can't make things equal. They don't even want equality. They want equity. They want the same
I'll make
outcome.
everything equal when there's a bang in the middle of the night and my wife's the one that jumps up and gets up with a pistol. That's all I'm saying.
Right, but that's
I have certain responsibilities in life.
right, but you don't want that. Or your wife wouldn't want that. If she was the one, if there was a bang in the night and you were like, oh, you better go check it out, baby. And she would look at you like, the fuck? Yeah, you wouldn't be married very long.
Exactly.
And then you go out there and you're like, oh, babe, it's a tiger. And then
I'm getting murdered.
You're getting murdered. And she's got the door locked. Like, oh, my God, he died such a hero. Like,
But that's what you're supposed to do.
Die a hero?
Yes.
Oh,
as a man, that's your fucking job.
Psych.
For your family, that's your fucking job.
Yeah, but then she's going to marry another nigga.
Well,
then I expect him to die for her as well.
Right. That's what if she's
your last words?
Depending on how real it was.
Like, you better marry a nigga that do the same.
No, you better not. Your last words, but you better not marry another nigga.
You a widow for the rest of your life.
Yeah, but if he was a real ass motherfucker and she's a real ass bitch, then she'd be like, nah, he was too fucking real. No man could ever live up to him.
Fuck,
you know what I'm saying?
We both gonna go out there like, what was that one with Mr. and Mr. Smith?
Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Yeah, we both go out there with guns and shoot shit up.
fuck, I can't even think of her name. Angelina Jolie would get the literal shit kicked out of her in 2 seconds by
if you were the burglar?
anyone.
If you were the
she
burglar?
weighs 2 pounds.
Finish him.
Right, like she's not kicking anybody's ass. These are movies. These are fake.
She was Tomb Raider. Like,
Yeah,
yo, man, she
movie.
fucked you up.
No, I would beat the shit out of Angelina Jolie
She would
with
punch somebody and they'd be like, oh, okay,
very
nice try.
easily.
It'd be fucked up. Quincy just come back to the van. All right, man, she got you. Like, let's go. Like, wait, she got you.
Man, she quit, man. She quit.
She quit. She quit.
But I mean, but yeah, that they don't really want. They don't even. I don't think people who advocate for that kind of thing, I don't think really understand what they're really advocating for.
Yeah.
Because you want trans people to be able to play sports. They should be able to play sports. Like, but you get enough of them together, make a league. Or compete if everybody it's fair.
Is there enough of them?
Maybe, but they're less than 1% of the American
That's
population.
like 0.3
Yeah.
or something.
I mean, shit,
And that doesn't mean you should just write them off and be like, well, you don't
Right.
fucking matter. But there's another section of the population that we're ignoring in this scenario, which I think accounts for, I don't know, maybe like 50 or so percent.
Yeah.
It's females, women who identify as women, they're kind of getting fucked over in this deal, because if we just start letting all of their sports be dominated by biological males, because that,
It's
if
already
you open the
happening.
floodgate, that's what it will be. If I'm a fucking basketball coach, we had this conversation before, if I own a WNBA team and I can I can recruit trans athletes, I'm not getting any women on my team. I'm having a full team of fucking trans people, because they're gonna be boom shakalaka slam jamming dunking on all these hoes, and they won't stand a chance because I got a team of all men going against women.
Oh my god.
Bunch of Joanna
And then
mans.
the WNBA will turn into just all dudes in wigs. It'll be the B League. Whenever you can't make it in the
It'd be
NBA,
a foul
you
when you
fucking
wig. When you
throw a
wig.
wig on and go play in the WNBA.
Hey, listen, man, you didn't get drafted, but can you wear heels?
Right. Like, can you just say you're trans? Because it does. You don't even have to really do anything. I mean, in sub leagues, like in some professionals, you have to be on hormones for a certain amount. But you know what's fucked up? The limit of testosterone that you're able to have in your system as a trans athlete, you have to be under hormone therapy or whatever for like at least a year or something. At least like in NCAA, like in Leah Thomas's case or whatever.
Yeah.
But you can still have testosterone levels twice that of a natural female. I mean, it's lower than a natural male,
Do you know how fucking silly?
but you can have twice the amount of testosterone still in that the peak female can have.
Do you know how fucking silly those fucking meetings must have been when they were coming up with all the rules and regulations?
I mean, what it was they were like, oh, we don't really know. We don't want to. We defer to whoever, that let them decide over there or whatever. And then it goes to another body and they're like, I guess they let them decide over there. And they just pushed it off until let whatever governing
like,
body
I don't know,
decide.
a year?
Until it's just like this. Yeah. They're like, I don't know. I mean, have we studied this? No. I guess it's fair. No, it's
Already
not.
been about 10 months, so I'll just give him 2 more.
I
Make it a
guess
year.
it's fair. Like, that's a dude.
Yeah.
Didn't they just have that transgender person like deadlift for the females and like broke the record or whatever
Yeah.
for fit? Of course.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course,
everyone's
'cause-
been breaking the
Duh.
record. I mean, they had a couple years ago, they had a trans kid in Texas who was a dude and joined the women's wrestling team, and he shattered every record and beat everyone. And I was just
Yeah,
like,
because
well,
also
duh.
as a
So,
kid, they can't force you to undergo hormone therapy, as they shouldn't. So he's got full male testosterone, coursing through his veins, and yeah, you're gonna
No, I'm gonna hit the gym.
you're gonna fuck bitches up. Like, of course, men and women are different.
crazy.
I don't. It's crazy how I don't understand how people are so. There's a new religion that has been created in our lifetime.
What's that?
the religion of ultra PC wokeism or something. I don't know. It's
wild.
But I mean, think about it. People like this dude is no different. He's acting very similar to a religious zealot. Like, imagine if
I thought that was supposed to say male Karen.
imagine if just change some of his words around, like fucking who's
the prophet?
Fucking
Science.
I don't know.
No, what's a religion is Trumpism. That's more of a religion.
I mean, I don't think so, because people boo Trump. Even Trump supporters have booed him when Trump was like, "Oh, we got this vaccine. I got the
Christ.
Yeah, but they weren't supporters of Christ. You know what I'm saying?
Not everybody was.
Right, but if you're a follower of that religion, then you're not gonna. The implication would be you follow their every word. You know what I'm saying? They can do no wrong. But people who are avid, I mean, there are crazy Trump supporters for sure who think he can do no wrong. But a majority of people who follow Trump, there's been recent rallies or whatever that he's had where he talked about like, we got this vaccine out. It was so great. This quickest vaccine. I got it. I got the booster. And everybody's like, boo. Yeah, like he's like, oh, it's a good vaccine. But so even his people booed him. So they don't just support anything he says necessarily,
I feel like that's a minority of their support.
I mean, there was a big crowd of people that were booed him at this place, but I mean, the same like this guy. I mean, with his Hillary for President shirt, he's a religious zealot for
so this had to be
Hillary
in Canada,
Clinton
right?
or something. I don't know. I mean, he talked about Justin Trudeau, but he's got a Hillary shirt on, and
a Trump on a sign.
Yeah, and Trump's a Nazi on a sign.
I don't think he's
But regardless, like either way, why the fuck should you care too much about Justin Trudeau if you're an American, if you're Hillary supporter and all this other shit?
Dude,
that's
half
Canada
of Americans
shit.
don't even know who that dude is.
Right. And if you're a Canadian, why the fuck are you so about Hillary Clinton and Trump, and why do you give so much of a fuck about our fucking politics? Mind your fucking business. This is American shit, bitch. Like, but that's insane.
It's pop culture, is
right?
what it is.
But that's fucked up. That goes to show you that it's a religion. It's a cult. Like even people in Canada who it does affect them in certain ways. Who our leader is, which is another aspect that's fucked up. But even they get on board with wrapped up in this mind control of different left versus right sides.
They're entertainment.
It is, but it's not. I mean, that's how they do the song and dance to entertain people and put on the face in the show, and then behind closed doors is where the real fucking business happens, where they're drone bombing children and shit like that.
Did you guys ever see when Allen Iverson crossed over MJ?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Can we watch that video?
Yeah, probably. Let's see. Allen Iverson crossed up what? Michael Jordan?
Yeah. I've been thinking about the answer ever since you brought him up.
Yeah. He's one of my favorite shooting guards for sure.
Yeah. AI was tight.
Hey, Shadow Cloud X. Talk about that there freedom, boy.
Put it up on YouTube, didn't you? Or no?
Yeah, I mean, I'm searching here. Let's see.
Took his ankles.
Is it this? This right here? Okay, Allen Iverson crossover. Are they gonna show the video on this?
Probably if you scroll.
Yeah, here we go.
Nope, that's not it.
We'll probably get fucking flagged for this, but whatever. Is that not it?
Nope. Does that look like
Sorry,
Michael
didn't mean
Jordan?
to
That was a
derail.
white man. That looked like Luke Ridnour.
Michael Jordan. I don't know. I'll find
Sorry.
it here.
Crossover.
I'll find
There
it.
is right there. Crossover. Boom.
Where?
Right there.
Oh,
Your
under the
searches.
search. I see. Allen Iverson crossover, Michael Jordan.
Bird.
I mean, yeah, this is goddamn. It's just a bunch of fuck niggas talking about it. All right, whatever. We'll find it. I'll find it later.
Sorry.
It's all good. All good. But yeah, fucking people are fucking swept up in a bunch of nonsense, unfortunately. This guy needs to just smoke a blunt and relax and fucking get
Stick to the
laid.
script.
Looks like he smokes meth.
Quite possibly. Or does some sort of Ritalin type substance, which is the same thing.
It's science.
It's science!
Just like, bruh.
Dude, that should be the title here.
Yeah, it's
Fucking science.
I'd be interested to know how you write that, though.
like fucking 8 E's and like a couple of I's and a bunch of exclamation points.
It was definitely underlined for sure.
Yeah, there you go.
Triple times.
He's like, when I get to science, I'm gonna yell it.
Man, what's the next big fight coming up? What's going on?
This weekend we have Piotr Jan versus Aljamain Sterling
Okay.
And you have the Korean zombie,
Okay.
versus
Alexander.
Alejandro Gustav, or not Alexander Gustafsson, Alexander fucking
Volkanovski.
Volkanovski.
Okay.
Who's winning?
I mean, my heart says zombie, but my brain says Volkanovski.
I bet Korean Zombie's the underdog in that fight,
He is.
and I would potentially, I would put money maybe on Korean
If you
Zombie.
were in Las
I think that would
Vegas
be a
right
good.
now,
If I was in Vegas right now, I would put some money down on Korean Zombie
because
that would be a good bet because he's going to be the underdog, and I think he has a good chance of winning.
Yeah.
that was the only
He
thing
he might not win. You know, I don't think like, oh, it's a sure thing. He's definitely going to win.
No, for sure. And it's nothing's a short thing.
But yeah, I'd put my money down on Chen Sung Jung.
Okay.
I think Volkanovski's gonna win.
That's a strong possibility, but I think it's also a strong. A lot of people are discounting Korean Zombie. I mean, and what does Volkanovski do well?
I mean, I think
And I'm not trying to hate on Volkanovski.
no, but I think okay. So,
But I'm-
like against Brian Ortega,
Yes.
that fight,
Okay.
bro, he was about to go to sleep. Like
Who was Volkanovski?
Yes,
yeah.
dude, that guillotine was deep.
Yes, it was.
And he was about to go to sleep. He got out of that, and I mean, he pieced Brian Ortega's face up. Like his face looked like the time when he fought Max Holloway.
So boxing?
I mean, I think he's good at boxing in adversity. White with dudes.
with dudes. But I mean, okay, we know Brian Ortega. He's really good at jiu-jitsu.
He
Okay,
was.
that's his specialty. That's what he's good at.
He was choking.
Khabib Nurmagomedov, he's a fucking wrestle machine. He's really good at wrestling.
I mean, he beat all of them dudes. Though.
What does Alexander Volkanovski do good? What is he good at?
I think striking.
Is he a striking machine? Is he a striking specialist?
I mean, from what I've seen, yes. I don't think I've seen him wrestle.
He's like
But
he's a whenever you're like, man, some of the best strikers, let's see, we got Israel Adesanya, we got fucking Max Holloway,
Well, I wouldn't say
Anderson
that.
Silva, Alexander Volkanovski. I mean,
I wouldn't say he's in that category.
my point is nothing.
He's got to go extreme.
No, I'm just making a point. And what my point kind of is I mean, this could be my ignorance, but it's not. I'm not saying he's bad, but it's kind of nothing that he's like really a specialist at. He's good. He's a well-rounded dude.
Yeah.
But he's not a killer at any one particular
Yeah, I mean, he'll
avenue.
like I said, I think he beats Zombie, but I don't think he beats Max Holloway or the next dude he fights.
He put a beating on Brian Ortega for sure.
Dude, his face was fucking lumped.
And Brian Ortega can fucking take a beating.
Dude, his face looked like a train wreck.
I mean,
UFC fighter.
they call Korean Zombie.
You see the
Yeah.
fucking ear?
They call Korean Zombie a zombie
but
for a reason.
Even have you seen the presser with fucking him and Zombie talking about their fight?
No.
Like even Zombie said he's like, yeah, my style used to be walk forward, and he's like, now my style is think and like what
Which
I'm
is
gonna
smarter,
do.
which is even better
he
to
even
hear.
said, like, he's
even
like-
better to hear.
Like he's a different fighter.
Yeah, which he shouldn't just walk forward and eat punches. I'm not saying
Shouldn't do
that that's necessarily even his strong suit. I mean, that's one thing he can do well, I guess.
Is that a strategy?
That shouldn't be his strategy though. Is just
Block
eat as
punches
many
with my face.
eat as many punches until he gets tired. But even better if he's going to be smart and avoid, which
think
you
it'll be a
can't
good
avoid all the punches, so he's going to get hit a few times. But those few times he does get hit, maybe doesn't really affect him very much, and
I
he's
think
able
it'll
to
be a
fucking.
good fight.
He's got nasty
Now.
jiu-jitsu on the same level as Brian Ortega.
It's gonna be a good fight.
And he's also a really good striker. He's
tell
got
you-
nasty power in his hand.
I tell you
he's
what,
got more
though.
power than Volkanovski.
Yeah.
He's got more knockout power
We'll,
than Volkanovski.
we'll see what happens. I tell you what though, I think Peter Yan's gonna walk through Aljamain Sterling.
I hope not.
Walk through.
I don't think it's going to be a walk.
I think it's gonna be a
Why
walk
you
through.
say that?
Just because, dude, I think Peter Yan has just building
First of all, it's Piotr.
Piotr. I think Piotr Yan,
Respect
Has-
Mother Russia.
I think he's just had this fire just burning.
He's probably pretty pissed off that
inside
he
of him
lost the belt
because of
the way he did.
The way Aljamain goes about shit, he just seems like a cocky fuckhead. Like he tries to come off as like, I'm not this, I'm only like, but just looking at some of his Twitter stuff and looking at some of his posts,
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Why are you
nigga,
looking at his Twitter for?
because it comes up on my MMA feed.
So
I like
scroll
Aljamain
through.
Sterling.
I do
I do think
he's cool.
him getting the title maybe went to his head a little bit.
a lot of it.
But didn't
And
he get, like, on a
especially-
technicality?
Yes, and especially the way he won the title.
Right.
He won the title by getting illegally knocked out.
Right.
So, I mean,
Dude, I would
Nothing to brag
totally
about.
do exactly what he's doing though. If I won a shady fight and then won a belt, I would be touting it. I'd be like rubbing it in everybody's face, be like, "Fuck yeah, I got the belt." Where's
yeah,
your
I mean,
belt?
I'm not
I got
necessarily
one."
mad at him for that, and it's not his fault that Piotr Jan threw an illegal knee.
Right, not his fault,
And he got fucked up and
Right.
he couldn't continue, and then it was a title fight, and then you won the belt.
Yeah.
But if I won the belt in that manner, I would probably be like,
More humble?
nah.
Like I said.
I'd be like, yes, I have the belt, but we got to fight again because.
Right. And they're about to.
That's when you got to start
Yeah.
talking shit and be like,
But
"Where's your belt?"
yeah, like, hey, I got this. Yeah, you ain't got the belt because you had to fucking cheat, bitch. Like, why you had to cheat and try to need me
Bro,
when you're down? You know, I was gonna get you, so you had to cheat.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can do that,
Bro, they've already
But-
talked all the shit. All the shit you can think of, they've said it
but
to each other.
you don't immediately kind of come out and be like, yeah, I'm the champ. Look at me. Look at my belt. I'm
Bro,
the champ.
that's what he
And be
did. Cause
I
like,
totally
yeah,
would, dude.
bro,
and
like,
be like, but
it hadn't even
you're
been
not the
20.
champ.
I'd be taking pictures of the belt like fifth graders do that
Yeah.
flat Charlie, whatever. I'd be
that's
taking
what he
pictures
did.
of
That's,
Bro,
that's what he did.
Like, cause when he left, he threw the belt down, and everyone's like, "Oh, okay, he's humble about it." But
Yeah.
the next fucking day,
Is him on Twitter? Yeah,
like,
with-
it's him with his belt posted up, like on his podcast.
Which, I
and
mean,
shit, and he's wearing like a fat ass suit.
maybe
being
it's
a
a smart
dickhead.
strategy.
Totally.
Maybe.
yeah,
Possibly.
yeah.
It could be a very smart strategy. Maybe he
Bro,
fucking
he's about to get leveled.
maybe he pisses Piotr Jan off so much.
he's about to get leveled.
Dude, shit talking is
in
like
doing
the
all
best
this,
part
right.
of any sport.
It is.
Like it's so fun.
Maybe this pisses Piotr Jan off so much and he gets so in his emotions where he fights emotionally because he's like, this should be my fucking belt, you motherfucker. You're not the real champ. And then he fucks up, and Aljamain is secretly, or not secretly necessarily, but he's really been training his ass off and knows kind of some of his mistakes because he's been in there with Piotr Jan for a little bit once before. And so maybe he fixes some of his mistakes and upsets Piotr Jan and remains the champion and becomes the
would be
real undisputed champion.
That would be
Bro,
dope. That's what I would
Aljamain
see.
Sterling
That would be the more
is
interesting
going
story.
to have medical attention. He's about to get fucked up.
I mean, Piotr Jan is fighting for Russia right now. If he
Dude,
doesn't win the
Aljamain
title,
is gonna be
Putin's
looking
gonna
up at the lights.
he's gonna disappear.
Was that Rocky 4?
Yeah, he's like fucking Drago.
Oh God.
Aljamain is gonna be laying there just.
He loses the belt and Putin's in the crowd like, yet. He's like, but please.
But they trade.
Oh God.
Uh,
Oh man.
if he dies, he
He
dies.
dies.
I don't know, but that's just what I think.
It might,
I think Aljamain is gonna get pieced all the way up.
But what's the other fight I just fucking said? Was there any other fight? Oh, yeah, those are the two.
Those
You
are
guys
the two
watch the
main
fights
cards.
live?
Yeah.
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 Those are the two main
If you
cards.
would like to participate in a chat where the fights are going on, we all watch the fights. We all individually pay for the fights on our said devices,
You should.
as is legal and we should.
100%.
And we all then join in on a chat where we can all talk while the fight is also going on. So we all see the same thing at the same time.
Yeah.
But, we all got to pay for it, of course.
Of course.
Psych!
I don't know why he would hit that. But if you would like to get in on this chat, I can give you the invite for
I love
Discord.
talking, obviously.
So, and you could watch all of talk with us
Yeah.
on all of the fights while you are watching them paid for with
Paid
your
for
own
with
money.
my money.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Jesus.
we will get you that information.
Yeah. Copy.
Oh, that's funny.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen.
I mean, we'll see. We'll be
What
watching
the
it this
fuck
weekend.
is John Jones gonna fight?
So, he actually posted a thing and it said that he hasn't been offered any fights yet, but he said he should be ready mid-June or July.
My guy.
He'll be ready.
That
to
nigga
fight.
trying to beat a case. That's what he trying to do.
Well, I mean, he's already.
I think his case is beat.
Well, I mean, he's got to go
Like
through
his
all
wife.
that
No,
stuff.
I don't think he
Like,
beat his wife though.
he's got to go through all that shit with his wife, but.
I think
What
the charges were dry. He got caught up in some.
You know what's fucked up is in some states. I don't know how Nevada is because that's where he
Beat his
was.
wife.
But he got
He
in a
didn't-
fight.
he
He
didn't
was
know.
he was drunk.
He didn't.
Got into an argument and was like hitting on his wife, and then his kid.
I don't think he hit his wife.
He may not have, but then his kid went up to the security guard at the hotel and was like, "Hey, can you call the police?" Like, blah,
This
blah, blah.
nigga's-
I don't know. I think that's
But she said she wasn't.
this is
gonna
fake news.
Allegedly.
It's all
Misinformation.
allegedly, but she said she wasn't going to press charges.
Right.
But
That's what I'm saying. No she didn't press
You know, in
charges.
some states, when domestic violence happens,
They do shit anyway.
the state can charge
Yeah.
you anyway.
Yeah.
Like shit.
What state were they in?
Nevada.
We're
I don't
going to be
know how
saying
Nevada's
allegedly, and this dude's going to come out with a YouTube Ray Rice video just like,
This is all alleged now. Now these alleged strikes that you're seeing on the screen here.
Strike 2
I
and
just
4
seen
didn't
it.
even connect.
They
Like,
allegedly, these were shadow boxing maneuvers here.
All
was
about
like-
Ray Rice, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
see, Ray Rice girl took him back
Shit.
too, and then
They got
was cool.
married.
Yeah, they were cool, and then they tried to get back in the league.
Look,
but
I mean, she
bad things
was,
happen.
she was like hitting on him.
You should
Yeah.
not hit
In the
a
elevator?
woman. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was
Yes.
hitting him too, but he hit her harder
Yeah,
because he's a man.
You know?
But you definitely 100% never should hit a woman.
There's so many different
And
things
like,
you can do besides hit.
okay, well,
For sure.
99.999% of times you should never hit a woman.
Okay.
But
What if she pulls a gun out? That's the 0.1% time.
there are situations that would be one. Nothing is absolute. There are times where, now Ray Rice, that's probably not one of those times. Probably.
Yeah, you can't do that.
But also at the same time, though, she took him back. They got married. She didn't press no charges, I don't think.
Nope.
Like,
she just cost him all the bag.
no harm, no foul. I mean, well, she didn't. I mean,
No harm, no foul. That dude was like dragging
Well,
her out of the elevator.
he was like, well, she was fucked up. He was helping her out. She's like, well, I can't leave her here in this elevator. Let's get her out of here. Somebody's gonna do something.
But then you're like,
fly.
Yeah. And I found
He's
her
like, we
on here.
She's had a lot to drink. Sorry, guys. She's like, it's like
and he
this.
probably said that,
Women-
and somebody.
women,
Why is
am
she
I right?
bleeding?
Yeah.
Do you think
Why is her
before-
eye black?
Why is she bleeding? Like, women,
Her
am I
tongue's
right? I
out,
mean,
like-
women are always bleeding. I mean, come on. Period
Right.
joke.
the fuck?
Every time somebody gets on the elevator, they looking for the camera.
Right. You see that?
Do some
Did you see
dirty.
that? Another perfect example. Did you see that video? I could probably pull it up. I think it was maybe even like a Russian couple or something. I don't know why I think it's Russian, but it's another elevator camera, and it's this couple that just are fucking going at it in a fight. Like she's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
him
yeah.
up,
I saw
and he
that.
starts fucking her up, and like he's bloody as fuck.
And that's the
And-
one where they both come back and clean the
Yeah,
elevator.
and like there's blood all over the elevator. Like he's fucking bloody. She's like hitting him with keys or something, I think, and he's fucking her up, like grabbing her, trying to get her to stop, and hitting her, trying to get her to fucking stop. And then it cuts to like the next day in the elevator, and they're like all calm, like they go back and they're cleaning up all the blood and shit in the elevator. Later, they went back and they fucked hard, and then was like, "I'm sorry, baby." And then they cleaned that shit up and was like, "You know I love you, right?"
Oh shit!
But dude, that's
very toxic.
crazy. Yes, that's
How
crazy.
do you sleep in a relationship like that?
No, you
That shit bitch will kill
like
you.
this,
Dude,
You
for
sleep
real.
like-
And won't wake you up.
Nope.
Right? Or you wake up and it's like that movie Goodfellas where she's over
One
you
eye
with
open.
a pistol. Like, what are you doing? You're just like, oh fuck, gotta deal with this shit today.
Yeah, hell to the no.
Fuck
Or
no.
you wake up at Mimi's.
Bad things always happen in an elevator.
Mimi's Cafe. Where
Fuck
everything's
elevators.
served hot
Elevators
fresh.
suck. Man, I seen this one video. This dude, like, a couple people got off the elevator. This dude came on, fucking set his bag down, and just took a shit right on the elevator.
Oh
And I was
shit!
like, who
Why?
the fuck does that?
Maybe somebody in the building pissed him off.
Bro, first
I mean, that doesn't excuse the act.
Yeah,
I'm just
but
When he
saying.
got to his room,
no, he got onto the elevator.
And was like, "Well, this is a good place."
it
to
ain't
sit."
like he was already there.
Maybe
and was
he
like,
had to go really bad.
That's what I'm
Why
bro,
don't you go to the
I've
lobby
been there.
restroom?
But
Your
from-
whole drive to work, you're like, oh,
He's like,
dude,
"Oh, I
I'm
gotta
fuck.
go." He's
Oh,
like,
fuck.
"Nobody's in here."
I'm trying to make it.
But he was this dude was already on a multiple floor. It wasn't like it was the first floor, and he was like,
He's
"I
like,
gotta
"Please,
go."
nobody, please,
Like,
nobody, get off." On the
No,
next floor.
this motherfucker got on the elevator from like the 16th floor. Like you passed 3 bathrooms before you got on that elevator.
Somebody else
Right.
gets on the elevator like that shit was here when I got on. I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy.
Bro,
Somebody,
like,
right?
you know how fucking
somebody
terrible
did that
that'd be?
before I got on here.
Right?
what did he eat?
I don't know. Probably some curry goat. Like shit.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
I'm
What are
not
you talking
saying-
about
I
now?
didn't
You
say
don't
that
talk
it-
about
I
that
didn't say
curry
that it
goat
wasn't
now.
delicious because it is delicious. But is it delicious going out? Sometimes
What
not.
are you talking about? You don't say that curry goat don't fuck up your guts now.
Curry will fuck your guts up.
You're still doing Russian?
Yes.
Okay.
This be my Russian accent, no? I be from Mother Russia. Come on, no? Wagwan. Come to Russia.
Get us all hemmed up.
We can't hang around this guy.
Why ain't gonna get us all arrested?
I'm telling you.
Yeah, welcome
you ever go
to
outside the
Jamaica.
country?
It's me. I'm Crespo, much Jamaican guy.
I'm done with you.
Rice and peas. Bring me red snapper.
Oh shit! That was funny.
God damn it.
Well, shit, I think we could probably wrap it up there, fellas.
That was funny.
That was
Another
great.
fucking episode in the bag. Appreciate
I'm
you.
pretty
fucking
high.
coming on. Yeah, I'm fucking. Let me see if I can
That's what
fucking
happens when you smoke gas.
get our fucking shit going.
Huh?
God damn
Is
it.
that what we're doing?
Gas.
Oh, I thought we were reading novels.
No, we weren't reading novels.
Oh,
No?
No.
I thought
Thought
this
we're
because
doing
everybody
research.
farted.
oh, is that
Yeah.
what happened?
No.
Y'all weren't
Yeah, I
farting?
guess.
That's on the
Yeah.
next episode. Everybody farted once and click a lighter and see what happens.
We're gonna kill ourselves, I
I
guess.
was an episode early then.
A methane explosion?
We're gonna test out science.
Thanks for everybody checking us out. Hit us with that there like and subscribe if you don't mind. We really appreciate that shit. And we'll be back next week with an episode. We out. Peace.